So, news for the day, or week, I should say. Quite a bit happened this week. I'll keep it short, simple, because there is a lot. And then Elon also had a press conference in France, I believe Paris. So, I will be watching that this afternoon. And the updates from that will be in. Now that's creepy. I guess I got too tired of paying somebody to stand out wearing a Statue of Liberty outfit with a "come and do your taxes here" sign. Anyways, we'll be watching Elon's press conference, and then following up. Oh no, I want this lane. Following up and adding his points for next week's update. All right, for this week, Tesla has announced there will most likely be no SDK software development kit for the Model S, X, or 3s. Instead, they will do iOS mirroring. Mirror your phone's screen onto the center screen, which I suppose is kind of a neat idea. Why have a completely different app store? Just have your one app store. Although, on the other hand, it would be kind of nice having custom-tailored apps specifically to interact with the vehicle and see vehicle's information and functioning. Number two, my 90D is still in transit. So it is still being transported, which is kind of strange because it's been a week and a half in transport. I mean, I could have did the drive taking my time in 2 days easily, but I sent an email off to the delivery specialist finding out if we can get a more exact date, as we're going to be doing a Myrtle Beach road trip video coming up soon next week, hoping to have it in time for that. We got live broadcasting working. I can now live broadcast straight to YouTube from my iPhone direct, in all of live image splendor and glory. This will be awesome, and the reason I went the extra mile to try and get it working straight from the iPhone. I've always been able to do it, I just never have because I haven't been in a decent enough situation, and it's a pain in the butt setup to broadcast live from a laptop or desktop computer with a webcam or external cam plugged into it. But being able to do it from a device I can keep in my pocket, come on, that is just the most awesomest of convenience. The reason behind it is because of the Model 3 and Gigafactory grand opening and debuts and so on and so forth. I will be able, and I'm going to attempt to bring to you all live the Model 3 update or debut and the Gigafactory live. So what better live than to do straight from my phone, because I will not be able to bring in my netbook and webcams, plus then on top of that I'll still need internet access, whereas the phone already has Wi-Fi and 3G and 4G built right in, so that will be perfect. Musk bans reporter from getting a Model X after the reporter sent some rather distasteful comments to Elon. I'm not going to go into details because this is kind of like overprivileged elitist versus Super Musk. Well, hasn't anybody realized by now the Super Musk always wins? And if he loses, he will send one of his SpaceX rockets to your home, and not in the good way. And some of you might have seen my my Mini Musk picture floating around out there. I'll put it on the Facebook channel. State Rep Aaron Miller, state representative of Michigan, is introducing a bill to allow Tesla to sell direct in Michigan. More to come on that. California bill will allow factory pickups without California tax. As of right now, even if you're coming from out of state, if you decide to do a factory pickup at Tesla, you have to pay all the Tesla or your registration tax, everything right on the spot, or your sales tax on the spot at Tesla, which kind of sucks because then you go home to your own state and if you might owe more taxes, so then you'll have to pay even more on top of what you already paid, even though your home state should deduct what you already paid during pickup. However, I mean, I would have did that with my 90D. I have plenty of frequent flyer, well, not flyer miles, but airline points with my Amex card. I would have flown to San Francisco and picked up my 90D and just driven it home. Had this bill been in place, would have gotten my 90D by now already then, you know, save lots of time. And then on top of that, but the problem would have been is tax in California would have been higher than tax in Wisconsin. If it would have been the same or less, I would have just did it. But the problem is, well, Wisconsin, and this is like a same case in most states, would have applied what I had paid in California to what I owe. Since I would have been overpaying in California, there would have been no option for a refund. So I would have paid more. I think it was like 9.5%, whereas Wisconsin or Milwaukee is only 6.1%. Was it 5.6? Somewhere around there. And that's a nice chunk of change. It adds up when you're getting an expensive vehicle. Remote S now allows long distance summons, regardless of how far your fob is from the vehicle itself. So that is kind of a neat thing there. Oh, we got a cop coming. Wave to the Greenfield's finest. So that's kind of a neat feature. I can't touch too much on that, as my current vehicle does not allow summoning or any autonomous features whatsoever. But we'll find out once the 90D finally arrives. Well, most of you know by now, especially since I reported it, 85 kilowatt battery packs are now discontinued in Canada. Well, one of my awesome viewers, thank you pal, has reported to me that the 85 pack is now also discontinued in Europe. If you already have an order in, there is a chance you'll still get a 85. Otherwise, if your vehicle has not gone to production yet, good chance that your order may be canceled, or you may be forced to either upgrade to a 90 or downgrade it to a 85 pack. Excuse me, 70 pack. Good boy, Vandy. Next, everybody's favorite hacker of the Model S, who is still going at it, has discovered that the Model S 85 packs may only be 77 kilowatt hours in storage size, and the 60 kilowatt packs may actually be 61 kilowatt hours. More to come on that, as apparently, more investigations. And is that a Mitsubishi I? That it is. I'm pretty darn sure. The shark must hunt the prey. Man, I think it's been 2 years since I've seen one of those. Bum bum. Bum 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 bum. That's a dead-end street. I don't want them to think I'm stalking them. But yes, that is in fact a Mitsubishi I. Cool. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled stop. And Tesla is now also working on the Powerwall version 2. Okay, buddy? What you choking on? Stop grinding your teeth. And that concludes this week's news update. Today is Sunday, and it also happens to be Chinese New Year, or also known as Spring Festival. And oh damn, I still have not edited my China video from last year. All I have up is the China Tesla video. If I can ever get time to edit it, because that is one massive video, I will be editing it. And we'll have Chinese New Year from 2015 in there. And lots of dancing pandas, dancing to Chopstick Brothers' Little Apple Song. And let's see, I think that concludes everything. And a special shout out and thank you to those who helped test the first live broadcast this week. It was kind of an impromptu, late at night, and people just hopped on and we were having a good conversation, very civil conversation, which is unheard of on YouTube or the internet community. And we're able to work out a number of bugs, and they were also putting up with me starting and stopping the stream constantly to adjust parameters and see what worked. And I sold the Apple Watch that I had traded motorcycle parts for. I got $300 for it, which is actually the same price I could have bought one new from Target. Go figure. And then I turned around, my cellular contract renewed, so I upgraded my actual cell phone to the iPhone 6s with 4K built in, and much better radios in it. I'm getting considerably better signal and faster internet speeds, which that should all help when we head to the Model 3 and the Gigafactory events. So can't wait to do a little video with Bjorn at the Model 3 event. I'm not sure if he's coming to the Gigafactory, since that's a completely different event on a completely different day, and I know international travel can start to add up and get a little expensive. So hopefully he'll be able to make the Gigafactory event, but thankfully, due to Bjorn's graciousness in providing me a ticket, his spare ticket for the Model 3 event, we'll be able to have some fun, and I have some goodies for him once we all arrive there. So, salute!